between now till the end of the month. So we're talking about 16th to the 31st. This month is May, it's 31 days, 16th to the 31st. Any MD who wants to be invited, because the link is not going to be sent to everybody where you can just kind of have other people being around you. You have to go to an office of a principal who gets that link for you to be a part of it. We're not sending this link to people's houses. Make sense? So anybody who's an MD from the 16th to the 31st who does 10 recruits, 10,000 points, you're invited onto the Zoom. Anybody that does 10, okay? The first, is it the first 10, Tico, who do 25, 25?
First 10.
First 10 that do 25, 25 yes. From today to the 31st, first 10, get a signed copy of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You can put it on the shelf and keep it for the rest of your life. Then next, those who do 50-50, your face will be on the video. So Robert and myself are going to see your face. You'll see your face, and Robert's going to see who you are. Your face will be in the video when we do this private Zoom, exclusive Zoom, 50-50. The first 5 that do 75-75, you're not only invited on the Zoom, your video's on, but you get to ask Robert questions, okay? You get to ask Robert questions. Those questions will be pre-approved by Tikran and I, and then you get to ask that question from Robert on the Zoom, okay? 75-75. Then the #1 net VP recruiting between now and end of the month, the #1 net VP recruiting will host a Zoom of Robert and I together. You will be the host, you'll edify me, you'll edify Robert Kiyosaki, and then we'll start the Zoom together and go into talking about what the market crash is going to be like. He's going to speak for 60 minutes. I'll be the last 30 minutes, but it'll be a 90-minute Zoom. And all we're talking about, how to help you add that additional 0 to your net worth. Folks, we're doing all of this stuff because we said we want to do the impossible. And the impossible is different for me than it is for you, than it is for your MD, than it is for a VP, than it is for a council or a BC. Palayo, Sapalas, and Gaitans are going for 4,000, 4 million. Vargas are going for 2,000, 2 million, okay? Dana Killer are going to 1,500, 1,500. Gaines is going for 1,000, 1 million. They've never done it before. Solis is going for 250, 250 in the base shop. They've never done it before. And many of you, 100, 100 is it impossible, right? The point is the following. If we can collectively flex our muscles the next 15, 16 days of the month, second half of the month is 16 days, we can come out of the 16 days that we have. 31st, we'll go to sleep. June 1st, we'll wake up proud of the effort we put up together. At least let's put up a dog fight, and then we'll go into June with all the other things that we got lined up. Some of you guys will go to Monaco and Paris with us. Some of you guys are planning on going to MGM to speak on stage, host, train, all of that stuff. And then many of us will go to Cabo together, and then we'll go into the greatest run, because I know what I'm announcing at convention. I know what I'm announcing at convention. I told you, I want the world to know your story. I want you to be introduced to some of the most high identity, most influential people around the world. But I want to do that for people that are subscribing to doing the impossible. So having said that, Tico, did I miss anything? Did we forget anything?
Only thing, Pat, the only thing for the Zoom, how non-MDs can qualify.
Oh, non-MDs, good point. So yes. Non-MDs, I forgot one other thing. MDs, if you're not at 10 recruits in your base shop by this Saturday, just base shop, if you're not at 10 recruits for the entire month, this contest is from 16th to 31st. So you got to do 10-10. But for some of you guys that are not at 10 by this Saturday, you can't even participate for this private Zoom, okay? So minimum, you need to be at 10 by this Saturday to even be able to participate. 160 of you guys are not worried about it. But the other 400 of you has got to make sure you're at 10 by this Saturday. Now, top 10 personal recruiters, you'll be invited. You have to be a minimum of director. If you're not a director, you can't be in the top 10 personal recruiters. It's only going to be directors and up, which means you guys are top 10 personal recruiters. You have to make sure you're director by this Saturday. Number 2, top 10 personal producers. You'll also be invited, but you also have to make sure you're a minimum of a director to be invited to this. But it's top 10 personal producers, 16 to the 31st, top 10 personal producers, 16 through 31st. Both have to be directors to be invited to this exclusive webinar that we'll be having with Robert Kiyosaki. Tico, outside of that, did I miss anything?
Oh, man, this is exciting, Pat. We're fired up. This is going to be a record-breaking month.
I can't wait to see everybody respond. In Dream Team, VPs, you already know I'm going to ask you, so don't wait for me. What's your biggest takeaway? and what's your plan and business plan to come out the next 16 days? Text me. I want to hear from you. Let's go light it up, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.